The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Such a nice place!
Tobago Carnival, we're right here. We're not leaving it, we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful.
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, it's rhythm, steel, and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, pan in paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real Titans of Soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free, and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning, great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
Caribbean Jewelers Tobago robbed. Sud tuned to start Lighthouse restoration project at Fort King George. Sports Minister sheds light on funding availability for athletes, and IDA calls for accountability in healthcare. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Wednesday, 14th August 2024. For top story this evening, at around 11 a.m. today, Caribbean Jewelers Tobago branch located at Gulf City Lowlands was robbed by armed assailants. The two perpetrators were seen wearing green reflective vests and were captured viciously assaulting staff of the establishment. Police are working to track down the culprits as investigations continue. Jenny Campbell tells us more.
This is Shani Campbell reporting to you live here at the Lowlands Gulf City Mall, where a robbery would have taken place this morning, where Caribbean jewelers fell prey to the attacks of robbers. On video, persons are seen stomping and assaulting those working in the establishment, and unfortunately this is not the first event of its kind to strike Caribbean jewelers. Jafar Pierre, a staff member of Mumtaz Enterprises, was present when the incident occurred but admitted that he was oblivious to it.
Honestly, I wasn't aware of what was happening at the time. I was sitting down eating doubles, and it's just one of the guys that usually pass by here and check up on us ever so often. He asked me what happened, and same time I get up and look across, and that's when I saw the security personnel over in the establishment. lying on the ground.
Moreover, Pierre's prevailing feelings were astonishment and concern as he lamented about the timing of the incident.
At that point in time, I was kind of a bit shaken up, I should say, because I was literally right here, unaware of what was taking place. And it just felt shocking to see that in broad daylight, so early in the morning, that persons would be conducting those kind of activities, you know.
Nkosi Phillips, the political leader of the Unity of the People, was also present at the Gulf City Mall Lowlands and questioned the effectiveness of mall security in handling intrusions of this kind.
I think we continue to have this escalation of robberies, and my concerns were, where were the securities at the entrances of the mall? What are their roles and responsibilities in terms of the safety of persons, because it just can't be that your security sitting and observing and just watching the buildings and not the safety of the tenants and the mall.
Additionally, Phillips said the mall's management must take responsibility for not ensuring that enough measures are implemented to protect staff and shoppers.
I think the mall management has a major role to play in terms of the security and safety of its tenants, and that is something that we need to look at, and the tenants themselves need to look at, because if you are renting here and you don't have proper mall security to take care of me, at least to make sure that the entrances and exits are safe for my workers and staff itself, then something has to be wrong with management.
The UTP political leader subsequently called on the police to act expeditiously with their investigations and apprehend the culprit.
I hope that they catch the culprits. Tobago is not the place for them to be, and if they think that they're going to get an easy task here in Tobago, I am depending on the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service to do what they're supposed to do and hit them for six and get the culprits that took this action today.
Shanae Campbell, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Well, the sun has been tuned at Fort King George, signaling the start of the Lighthouse restoration project. Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tasha Burris, posted to her Instagram account describing the sod-tuning exercise as a significant milestone in the enhancement of Tobago's historical sites. According to Burris, the initiative, which will be carried out in 2 phases, aims to restore the existing lighthouse structure and replace the iconic light that served as a beacon for many years. The second phase of the project will involve the construction of an observation deck and related infrastructure, further enhancing the site's appeal to visitors. She noted that the team at Eidcot Limited has been recognized for their hard work thus far, and there is much anticipation surrounding the project's completion. Niall George, Assistant Secretary in the division, and Julian Skeet, Administrator, were also at the sod-tuning ceremony. Well, the Ministry of Sport and Community Development held a press conference yesterday to discuss Trinidad and Tobago's performance at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Sports Minister Shamfa Kujo-Lewis expressed the government's and the nation's gratitude to Team TTO for their hard work and dedication. While acknowledging that the results were not as hoped, she emphasized that success in such events requires significant time, effort, and resources. Ariana Scipio has the details.
Minister Shamfa Kujo-Lewis spoke about the challenge of medaling, noting that getting to where the athletes need to be does not solely rest with providing financial support.
It speaks to the need to review our strategy. It speaks to the need to regroup. It speaks to the need for introspection. It speaks to the need for national governing bodies, for clubs, for the different players in the sport ecosystem to play their role.
She said as a government, there are some things they need to do differently concerning policies. She stated that the government oversees 54 sporting disciplines, but noting that the distribution of funding among these disciplines is not equitable.
Particular attention or specific attention or focus is placed on the specific disciplines that we are going to focus on for the next Olympics or for a specific competition, and the others get the remaining amount of money.
Speaking about funding for athletes, the sports minister highlighted that athletes do not have to win to receive funding. She explained that funding for elite athletes who are at the top of their sporting discipline can receive funding once they apply to the Ministry of Sport.
So 250,000 this year, last year, the year before, as long as the athlete applies, they fall into the relevant categories. They get the funding according to categories. So for instance, Keyshawn Walcott is in the top tier, so he gets $250,000. He's in that category.
She noted that this type of assistance is given to elite athletes and upcoming athletes to support their development. The sports minister pointed out that 8 of the nation's 17 athletes applied for funding. Minister Kujo Lewis, on behalf of the government, declared her commitment to continue providing technical and financial support to the nation's athletes, as well as the sporting fraternity and national governing bodies. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
What Tobago's healthcare system is missing is accountability. This is the view of the political leader of the Innovative Democratic Alliance, Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus. She said while there are many good doctors and nurses working in the system, there are also numerous inefficiencies that result in the suffering of many people. More in this report.
IDA political leader Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus stated that she continuously hears reports of failures within the healthcare system in Tobago.
There have been too many instances where the system has failed our people, leading to tragic loss of life. Families are reporting a deep sense of abandonment by the very system that should have protected their loved ones.
Dr. Soyafat Angus said there must be a change in the way healthcare is managed. She pointed out that this does not mean punishing doctors and nurses who may have made errors in their delivery of services.
We need policies in place that ensure every death in our hospital is thoroughly examined, not to assign blame, but to identify what went wrong and how better can be done.
According to Soyafat Angus, creating a better system of accountability is not difficult because such systems already exist throughout the world.
In many leading healthcare systems, there is a continuous process of auditing equipment and staff competencies to ensure that they meet the highest standards of care.
She claimed that with these systems in place, public trust and confidence in Tobago's healthcare can be improved.
International best practices emphasize the importance of transparency and communication with the families affected.
With more systems of accountability in place, Dr. Soyafat Angus believes Tobago could be one step closer to developing health tourism, starting with the diaspora.
Many persons from across the diaspora would love to come home, but their greatest concern is, if I come home, what is the standard of care that I will receive in my age bracket coming into Tobago?
Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'd hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
Stay fit this July and August with free aerobics from the Ministry of Sports and Community Development. Let her play. Keep on moving. Java Edition. Join us every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Hampton Lowlands Multi-Purpose Facility, Tobago. Register online via Ministry social media pages or visit our Tobago location. Hosted by the Ministry of Sports and Community Development and its Pink Rain campaign. empowering women and girls in sports.
Are you ready to optimize your wedding business for engagement season and book more clients? Refine is the place to be. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024 from 9 a.m. Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. This premier event is designed specifically for Caribbean wedding industry professionals. Gain expert insights, practical knowledge, and valuable connections that can help you thrive in the destination wedding market. Register now at refinesummit.com. It is time to refine. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Get insider info, advice, and insights from local, regional, and international players in the destination wedding market. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. It's time to refine.
Welcome back. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Tobago Division, as a result of intensified operations and intelligence-led exercises, has charged 2 prisoners under the Anti-Gang Act. Theron Agard, also known as H-Man, was charged with being a gang leader. Agard was also charged with conspiracy to rob. Marcus Harvey, also known as Banton, was charged with being a gang member and with conspiracy to rob. Moreover, 2 men are facing serious charges for possession of narcotics and ammunition. Justin Jr. Melville, also known as Mad Dog, was charged with possession of a dangerous drug, cannabis, for trafficking on Friday, 9th August 2024 at Hart Lane Government House Road, Scarborough. Okeen West was charged with possession of 18 rounds of ammunition on Saturday, 10th August 2024 at Hart Lane Government House Road, Scarborough. The TTPS stated that investigations are ongoing. Meanwhile, officers of the Interagency Task Force carried out exercises in Scarborough, Wim, Signal Hill, Buku and Plymouth districts, and a quantity of marijuana was found. The increase in criminal activity in Tobago has raised significant concerns about the safety and security of tourism-oriented businesses. In response, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine outlined the Tobago House of Assembly's strategic plans to implement security measures within the transportation and accommodation sectors. Reporter Joshua Dan tells us more.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine emphasized the importance of these measures in safeguarding tourism professionals. Augustine noted that through collaboration with TITL, they would implement technology to gather the necessary data on a person's location at any given time.
To create a platform that every guest house, every Airbnb, every hotel, everyone in the accommodation sector, and every car rental can put into a database everyone that comes to rent a room or a car here in Tobago.
Augustine observed that unrestricted movement of criminals on the island has facilitated an increase in criminal activities.
That those with the propensity to commit crimes are very mobile. They tend to sometimes rent 3 and 4 places, 5 places around the island, and they move about quite often.
He said that once these businesses assist them by sharing the necessary information voluntarily, the THA, in partnership with the TTPS, would be able to treat crime on the island.
We will have the opportunity through the TTPS at a centralized location to see who is where and at what time. And of course, that helps us in keeping you safe and also protecting the integrity of your varying establishments.
Augustine noted that this system is similar to what is used at the airports, in which the TTPS receives a flight manifest that alerts them about the whereabouts of individuals coming and leaving the island. Jo Sheldon, Tobago Updates Television News.
The new roundabout situated along the Claude Noel Highway at Shervan Junction, along with the new roads, are making commutes in the west longer and more costly in terms of increased gas consumption. These were the sentiments shared by Innovative Democratic Alliance Secretary Stacey Herbert. She accused the THA of failing to consult with residents in the area before devising the new traffic plan. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
The newly constructed roundabouts at Shervan Junction and the new roads leading into Friendship and Cove Estates are meant to ease traffic, but IDA Secretary Stacey Herbert says they have instead become a burden to the public.
The new traffic patterns, specifically the restrictions of right turns after leaving the roundabout and proceeding in an easterly direction, have forced us into a situation where the only way to head west is to first travel east, turn at Hamden Lowlands, which is some 2.3 kilometers away, and then backtrack in order to head west.
She explained that it is not just an inconvenience, but it is accompanied by increased costs on motorists.
Residents now spend more on gas just to carry out routine tasks like grocery shopping, or even as school is going to reopen, dropping off their children to school.
While the general public will feel some impact, Herbert pointed out that the changes are mostly affecting residents in the area.
Taxi drivers dropping passengers inside Canoe Bay can no longer access the Claude Noel Highway from Canoe Bay on their return, since the exit from Canoe Bay Junction is no longer permitted. This places a passenger who wants to stop off between Canoe Bay entrance and Bino Avenue in quite some difficulty.
Despite the complaints, Herbert noted that the IDA welcomed the new road developments. However, she would have preferred if residents had been consulted before the new traffic plans were implemented.
We urgently recommend that there be some re-evaluation of the newly installed traffic patterns, which takes into consideration the residents and the businesses in and along Shervan Park area and significantly alleviates the current stress and economic burden that the residents are now experiencing.
The James Bigard roundabout at Shervan Junction leads motorists down the Pamela Nicholson Avenue into Friendship, where they encounter the Dr. Jefferson Davidson roundabout, which directs them to the Dr. Winston Murray Avenue into Cove. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Trinidad and Tobago's economy is expected to grow by 2.4%. This is according to the Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, ECLAC. The 2.4% growth for TNT is slightly below the forecasted growth for the Caribbean, which is 2.6%, excluding Guyana. Including Guyana, the region is expected to expand by 8.4%, with Guyana alone forecast to grow by 29.2%. ECLAC's annual report, Economy Survey of Latin America and the Caribbean 2024, highlights persistent low growth, poor investment performance, and low labor productivity in the region. The report warns that without significant investment in climate change adaptation, nearly 43 million jobs, particularly in agriculture and tourism, could be lost by 2050. You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this. So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Said I'm falling, falling, I'm falling. As I lay in my bed with my head to the ceiling. Say I'm drowning alone and I'm lost in my feelings. Somebody send me a sign, cause you know that I need it. Carnival, come back to me, cause you know you're my healing.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
The Ministry of Works and Transport announced that a breakwater system was built at the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort. The ministry stated that their coastal protection unit completed the construction of this system, noting that the infrastructure will protect the hotel and its facilities from the powerful waves of the Atlantic Ocean. The ministry stated that the structure enhances coastal protection and it symbolizes their collaboration with Tobago. The Ministry of Works declared that they are committed to preserving and safeguarding coastal areas for future generations. Adisha Villafana, who visited Tobago, shared a positive experience while at the Scarborough General Hospital with her son. Ms. Villafana was full of praise for the top-class service she received at the hospital. She particularly emphasized the comfort and care her son received, noting that he was checked on every 2 hours and made to feel at home during his overnight stay. She concluded by expressing her gratitude to the hospital staff. Our weather report is next. Stay tuned.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Now for the weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight, generally fair and warm, apart from a few isolated showers after midnight. There is also a low chance of 1 or 2 heavier showers or the odd isolated thunderstorm. Temperatures will drop to 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, a few spotty showers, particularly during the early morning, will interrupt generally fair and hazy conditions. Temperatures will rise to 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 35 degrees Celsius. Sea conditions are expected to be slight with waves up to 1.4 meters in open waters and smooth in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:52 and sunset at 6:21. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. Caribbean jewelers Tobago robbed. Sud tune to start Lighthouse restoration project at Fort King George. Sports Minister sheds light on funding availability for athletes. And IDA calls for accountability in healthcare. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us. Wishing you a great night.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Such a nice place!
Tobago Carnival, we're right here, we're not leave it, we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful!
I love Tobago, baby! Coming back next year! Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, it's rhythm, steel, and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, Pan in Paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real Titans of Soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free, and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning, great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.